Welcome. So, we back in the studio today. I've been taking a long break out of the studio, taking care of family, my wife. My wife just had a stroke and my mama has cancer. So it's like I've been a lot on my brain. So I've been out the studio. But what I want to do today is make a video about how to start a studio. Like this studio is like a compound with 3 or 4 studios. But I mean, not everything starts that big. So it's like in order to start a good, successful running studio that will be sustainable and last and allow you to profit, let's get into it. Here we are, Suite 100. I've done a tour on this room before in my Grill Studios tour. But here we go. I'm gonna start it off right here. You know what I'm saying? Here's a quality microphone. A Neumann U87. Runs about 3 bands. You know what I mean? So that's already 3 bands. But I would say the most important factor of your studio is gonna be, for those computer illiterate folks, is gonna be the computer. You know what I mean? Because what you're gonna need to do is look at the important things of the computer that matters, which is the processor. You know what I'm saying? You see this, we got a 3.2 gigahertz Intel i7. That's good. You know what I'm saying? i7 and up, about 2.5 gigahertz. But you want the most that you can get. And the higher the number here, the more expensive the computer's gonna be. And also this number, the processor, the memory is 64 gigabytes. That's real good. So we're gonna be able to do a lot of things. And it's DDR4. So you want the top of the line specs, kind of like a gaming computer or whatnot. Graphics don't really matter, but I mean, kind of, But that's about all you really need to look at. On a Windows computer, it might look a little different, but you're looking for these numbers, the gigahertz, the Intel i7 or i8, i9. The memory, you want about 16 gigabytes up to 32 or 64 gigabytes, as much as you can get for real. So, that's with the computer. And you want a hard drive. We're going to the storage. You see they have a terabyte full of space. And I have another terabyte full of space with the external. And then there's another terabyte full of space. You want a lot of space to be able to do your Dougie. You know what I mean? So that's basically covers the computer. So that computer probably costs 3 bands too, just with those specs alone, because the lower the specs and all of that, the cheaper it's gonna be. So that's about it with the computer. So after the computer, I would say, like your microphone and your preamps are gonna be the next most important things. And, a lot of people get confused because they might have the Focusrite red box or whatever. And they get confused, right? Because they think like, oh, isn't the preamp already inside of the Focusrite or PreSonus, whatever you have? And it's like, at the basic level of audio recording, yes. But at the most advanced level of audio recording, you have everything separate. So let me show you. We got the Avid 192 interface. So it's just an interface here. It's no preamps. You know what I mean? It has, let me see if I can zoom in. It has 16, or does it have 16? It has 8. No, yeah, it has 16 ins and outs. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna say it again. It has 16 ins and outs, analog ins and outs. And so then, since it doesn't have the preamp included, you have to get a preamp. So we're rocking with the Neve, and we also have a pair of Cranborn Audio Camden. I forgot what you call these motherfuckers, but these ones, I forgot what they're called. The Camden preamps, yeah. But I'm rocking with the Neve. I go through the Neve. And that's what I would say is your most important, is getting you a quality microphone chain, especially if you're recording folks at your studio. You're not just mixing or mastering or anything. You want to get you a solid preamp. Neve is one of a few varieties of very nice preamps. This is the Heritage Audio Neve. It's not the original Neve, but it's replicated to be kind of like the Neve. We got the lunchbox. So, we racking up the price. Like, those speakers alone are probably 3 bands. So let's say that's 10 bands for just the microphone, the computer. The microphone, the computer, and the speakers. And then, you know, everything else. I mean, you're going to think about it. It's going to cost you upwards towards 20, 30 bands to just have a nice running room, you know. And then the beloved Tubetech CL1B, you know, that runs you about 4 bands. So, you know what I mean? It's just like little pieces to the puzzle, but everything costs. And you got the desk. You got those NS10s right there, and I already added those ones up. But, you know, this is about a $30,000, $40,000 room, to be honest. And, you know, not including the subscription to Pro Tools and all the plugins, you know what I mean? There's a lot of plugins that you should, you know, be thinking about. I'm gonna pull this up real quick and just show you just a list of plugin brands, that you can try to get yourself familiar with, because, I mean, this is what we're using here to mix, you know, and this is the Grill Studios. I mean, a lot of shit's been happening here for a long time, so, I mean, you know, it's pretty much all that's here. We have another mic in there, I think we have a Warm Audio U47 in there for now. It's not that bad, it's cool. But I'm loading up this song here just so I could give you a list of plugins that you might be able to just look at and study, or, you know, whatnot. Just loading up here. But that's what I would say, man, you know, and then along with the rent of having like a room or space to have your studio in, right? Like, that would cost some money too, right? Just to have like a space and a booth. This is a solid little room for a studio, you know? So let's see what we're looking at. So look at all the brands. We got Antares, Salomoni, Fab Filter, Isotope, Liquid Sonics, Output, Overloud, Plugin Alliance, Slate Digital. I'm gonna add Soft Tube on there. There's Sound Toys, there's Spectrasonics, there's Universal Audio, there's Valhalla, there's Waves. Now, there you go. That's a good look at some, that's a good start to just be like, okay, what is, like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing over here at the Salomoni? That's Melodyne. It's not much in everything, you know. That's a Liquid Sonics. Oh, okay, yeah, hell yeah. That's a reverb. I just got their 7 Heaven reverb. Valhalla, that's a reverb, you know what I mean? Sound Toys, it's an array of effects, you know what I mean? Slate Digital. Plugin Alliance. They got a lot of shit in there. And this isn't all the plugins that are in that Slate Digital or all these manufacturers have. You know, Overloud. You know what I mean? I just want y'all to see. Isotope. So yeah, man, get up on that. So, see what I mean? So that shit costs, just the plugins alone. There's a lot of hidden costs that you wouldn't think of. You know, so, but that's a good look at it. I'm gonna say, like, to start you a good running studio is gonna cost you about 60 bands. That's what I'll say, about 60 bands. And then you'll probably make it back, like, quick. You know what I mean? I don't, not to say quick, like the snap of a finger, but yeah, man, holla at your boy. I've been mixing and engineering for 10 plus years now. It's been a passion of mine and a love of mine since I was a young child, man. Fuck, play the saxophone, play the piano. Yeah, I'm just getting back into the groove of things, just trying to start my business, and get it out there more on this YouTube platform. So if you got any good advice or any tokens out of what I said today, smash the like button and subscribe. Give me a subscribe, and let me know if I can do more content like this, and I'll provide more information on anything that I have information on. So holla at you later, you know what I mean? It's been a good time talking about studio stuff. I love doing it. Have a good night, man.